Hello, Internet, and welcome to Neon Gods. We are here for our session one, numero uno of this brand new show that we're doing. We're super excited to be here. We're going to be playing Good Society here tonight in a very hacked version of it. For our purposes, if you missed our session zero last week, that is up on our YouTube, and you can see all the world building that we did for this. But this is our very first session, so we'll be introducing our characters a little bit today. We will be getting into our first scenes and all sorts of fun stuff. So, and I'm sort of facilitating this, but not really. We're kind of the hands are off the steering wheel, and everybody's driving the bus. So that's going to be very fun to see. But before we do introductions and we talk about everything that we're doing here today, I'll go and talk about a little bit of what we're doing on this channel. So tomorrow, which is Saturday, we will have our next installment of Saturday Night's Pathfinder, which Alex, OMG at Some Guy, it runs on this channel. Pathfinder 2nd edition, I should clarify. We're doing circus stuff, and half the group is high. So come join us, and we will also be playing a game. You can come join us for that tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern time, I believe. And then our rest of our schedule for the next week, if you look below our faces, if you're watching us live on Twitch, is going to be pretty normal, I think. I don't believe we have any cancellations this week. Nope. I'm seeing shaking heads. So yeah, join us for all our regular programming on pretty much every day except for Wednesdays. Because even gods need to rest sometimes. Very high opinion of myself. I don't know what else we need to plug. Merch. You want to buy some merch? We have a merch store. Lots of good stuff there. T-shirts, tank tops, mugs. I don't know if anybody has anything on hand so that they can...
No, I left my mug downstairs. We have a brand new one, though. We have a new t-shirt / tank top / mug that looks like an inspirational poster that says "Wake up every day and fight karma barehanded."
Yes,
you should buy
it's our brand new design.
It goes really good on a tank top. It does look good on a mug.
Yeah, that's a very good mug. Drink coffee out of, or whatever your beverage of choice is on Monday mornings. So yeah, go buy that. Support our channel. I'm going to stop talking here for a bit and let the other players introduce themselves first. I don't remember what order the overlay is in. Or Savannah, are you first? Okay, Savannah.
I go next. I go after you.
Should I go first? You should
say who you are.
You should. Because you're not technically running the game. You are the first player on the overlay, however.
Okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
I forgot you didn't say who you were.
I've never gone first. No, I do on Thursdays. I usually go first. Yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown on Twitter and Twitch. I'm here Thursdays through Mondays playing running games. Other than this game, I am here for pretty much every game except for Tuesdays. And I also run a bi-weekly game on this channel every other Saturdays called Saturday Night's Star Power, where we play Fate in a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Jujutsu Kaisen, anime bullshit inspired universe. And then I play a bunch of characters. I'm not going to say or list them off because we would be here all night. So that's me. And tonight I will be playing the Morrigan and associated guests.
Unassociated guests, actually.
Unassociated
guests associated with other people.
I guess next. I'm the capitalist. That's the playbook, the role that I have. We'll figure out a more streamlined way to do this going forward.
No, we won't.
Somebody else go.
No, we won't. We never do. Hi, I go next. And I know that because I made the overlay. And also, if you look close enough, you can tell that I'm staring at it. Hi, I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internets, mostly on Twitter. where you can find my streaming schedule pinned to the top of my page. I am here Thursdays through Mondays, either playing in games or running them. I run 2 games on this channel, one on Monday nights. It's called The Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quartet, and it's Dungeons & Dragons, and we're in Strixhaven at Magic College, and things are happening every week. Someone almost dies, and I still swear I'm not doing it on purpose. And then Sunday afternoons, I run Duskwall's Dead, our new Blades in the Dark campaign, where I try to keep a bunch of unruly assassins on track and fail and become one of them instead. It's very fun. And then on Sunday nights, I'm on twitch.tv/lbhackemup playing Masks and soon to be playing Dungeons & Dragons again. Tonight, I am playing Hella, who is the rock star, and assorted guests.
I don't have to introduce people because
You don't, because you're not technically running. So I go next.
We should all just pass it off to somebody randomly.
Just be like, hey, you intros.
Sid, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck am I? Who the fuck am I? Hi, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid, generally just talking about TTRPG shenanigans that I get up to on the internet. I'm here several nights a week, including this night. Hello. Every other Saturday, Sundays, Mondays, and on Thursdays, I run our game of Urban Shadows. My throat hurts right now because I had strep. Yay, working with kids. But I'm feeling a lot better. But that's why we had to cancel yesterday, and I apologize. It made me very sad. So we'll be back next week because we have a lot to get up to. 8 o'clock Eastern on Thursdays. When I'm not here, you can find me on Wednesdays over on twitch.tv/critical misses. I do promise, finally, this week, we will be doing our premiere of Rare Society. It keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. But yes, we are beginning this Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern. Come watch some more Good Society, because you're here for Good Society. And you can be there for Good Society, and it'll be great. Shut up. Tonight, I am playing Meredith. Meredith is the politician and assorted guests.
I guess that hands it over to me. Hi, my name is John Cita. Sounds remarkably like John Cena, and that's fine. I'm okay with it now. I didn't used to be, but now I am. I'm actually from 1985, before all this internet stuff. My friends here at Game Nights basically went back in a DeLorean and found me. And here I am now, live streaming on the internet. It's incredible, and I love it, and I can't wait to do lots and lots more of it. Tonight, I'll be playing Multinoma Joe. Yeah, he's a viral sensation, a TikTok legend. And yeah.
All right. I will briefly put my hand back on the wheel to, I guess, steer us towards what we need to do first. Because we have a couple of last bookkeeping things that we need to do with our characters before we get started, and then we need to decide as a group where we're starting. So think about that. You have probably 10 minutes. So a couple of things that we need to do is we need to define our characters' desires, and then we need to assign them positive and negative reputation tags. So our desire, and please correct me, Sid, if I'm missing anything, is our character's sort of motivation that we're going to be following. I don't believe it has any mechanical benefits, or it's something that we track necessarily throughout the game, but it should be your overall sort of motivation for your character throughout our journey here. And then the positive and negative reputation tags, we all start with one of each, and we will accumulate more as we play. And these tags can be, you can cash in a positive tag sort of as a token to get something you want out of a scene, if that tag is applicable. And a negative tag you can spend kind of to do the opposite, to sort of inflict a bad situation on your character or some negative outcome to a situation in order to clear that negative tag. Because if you accumulate 3 positive tags, you will get a what is it called again?
Positive rep condition.
A rep condition. If you accumulate 3 of either, you get a reputation condition. The positive ones are usually good and benefit your character in some way. The negative ones are not so good, and so you want to try to clear those negative reputation tags to keep those from accumulating, to clear those. But again, kind of following the narrative, I find that most of the time when we played Good Society, a lot of us are pretty masochistic and tend to hold on to those things a little bit because we like to see our characters suffer. So let's do desires first. Question from the chat. No, they're not connected, other than I just like the word neon and the color associated with neon. So we just decided to keep going with that theme. Who knows? Maybe we'll connect it to the greater neon cinematic universe, the NCU.
For people watching this later, the question was, is Neon Gods a sequel to Neon Souls?
Oh yeah, I should have read the question too. Thank you.
And the answer is no.
So yeah, let's talk about desires. Does anybody have a desire they would like to throw out there? I wrote mine for Morrigan.
Share,
I came
please.
up with one.
And it sounds like you do.
I came up with one. Yeah, I just didn't want to keep hearing myself talk. I came up with one while we were sitting here. And it would be to unseat a member of the Pantheon.
So I was actually thinking something similar.
Explain.
So basically, it's too crowded here. Wants more control. Wants more. There's 8 people in the Pantheon as we have set it up. Wants to see one of them gone. Don't know who yet, but their desire is to get rid of one of them.
Gone as in to murder them.
Or at least have them cast out from our ruling body.
Okay, don't piss off the Morrigan. Got it.
Is God of Destiny and Chaos, so I feel like that was appropriate.
Mine's not going to be a whole lot better.
Are we all going to go super antagonistic, please?
Of course we are.
Yeah, Joe just wants to end the cycle for all of us.
Ooh, I love it.
He thinks this is all just a shitty trap and it's not good for us. So
I love it. I love it so much. Sid looks quietly panicking over there.
Yep.
I thought we were friends.
Oh God.
But I like it because it kind of sounds like Joe wouldn't be necessarily doing it because, like, fuck all you, I hate all of you.
Oh,
it's more
because
like
I love you.
legitimately
I do
think
this out of love. Yeah.
This would be better for all of us if we weren't in this position anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I mean, Morrigan doesn't like it. Alex.
Yeah.
Chad is saying this might be the first evil campaign on this channel.
Let me point you to our Blades in the Dark game on Sundays where
Yeah, that one's gotten. We're gonna see if this one we can up the body count here, I think. Okay, so I love that. And then you just write it on your sheet, on the Excel sheet.
It's right under your character's pronouns there, Sita. On the sheet.
Yeah.
You are muted.
I promise I will do that whenever my computer is not running at like.
You're good.
You're good.
A year. Yeah, I'm lucky the Zoom is working, and I just want to make sure that.
So Savannah, Sid.
Yes, I have one. Hella wants to overtake the rest of their family and become the most powerful.
So getting rid of the other Nordic gods.
I didn't say get rid of. I said be better than. A thing that I think they already think they succeeded at.
Yeah, fuck you, Dad.
Yeah, I think especially wants to overtake their dad. But sorry, Grandpa, you're next in line.
Yeah. Damn.
These have all gone.
This is starting off more hostile
than I thought they were going to be, because I thought mine was going to be so out there. Mine looks so much tamer by comparison. Sid, what do you want to do? Blow up the planet?
No. She wants to find a way to inspire all of humanity because she's a decent god.
See, you're the only person thinking outside the pantheon, which I think is going to show what our moral compass is. The rest of us looking at humans as disposable.
In Ella's defense, their dad's a bad dad.
Yeah,
They have a bad Chad dad. Like a
bad
really
dad,
Bad dad, soccer dad.
Bad dad, soccer dad.
I'm excited to see all of this.
I'm
okay.
fucking terrified right now.
This is amazing. This is everything I wanted and more. Okay, so these are the desires that will influence our characters during play. Obviously, they can change. We can. I think we review our desires periodically throughout the game. So things might change. We might sway each other not to hate each other, or we might start hating each other more. And one of ours might turn directly into I want to kill this person. But who knows? So positive and negative reputation tags. We should also go ahead and add. So this is really an open book. You really, this is why we typically have thesaurus.com up.
Future sponsor of the show.
Future sponsor of the show. So we really come with anything. It's a descriptor of your character, like how others would see them in a positive light and how they might see them in a negative light.
I have mine.
What's yours?
So my positive tag, I put gregarious, like a social butterfly.
Okay.
And my negative tag, I put arrogant.
I like it.
I think for Joe, it'd be a quick generous and stubborn.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Why are these not centering? That's gonna bother me. Center, please. Okay, for mine, I put positive is confident, negative is brutal.
I went with positive, decisive, negative, inflexible.
Nice. So yeah, these are other things. So we have our tokens. Everybody starts with 3. And we fixed this last time. Do we start each cycle? We reset to 3?
So if you're about to begin the next cycle and you have fewer than 3, you can go up to 3. If you have more than 3, you don't get any additional ones.
Okay. There we go. Because I think last time we just kept adding tokens until all of us were capped at 10.
Had way too many fucking
Yeah.
tokens. We were trying to sell them on the black market.
we were bribing each other with tokens.
Yes.
So, and just a reminder, the main mechanic of this game, we don't roll any dice. Everything is decided through kind of groupthink decision making. Resolve tokens are our one sort of method, or tokens in general, both the ones we get from spending reputation tags and from our resolve tokens, our main way of influencing the game. So we will spend those when we want something to happen that we feel is in opposition to somebody else's needs, or because we're using the magic rules if we're trying to do something very magical, using our powers in a way to influence the world or the story. It's our way to basically control what happens. But yeah, so those are our resources, and we will trade them and spend them and hand them off to each other throughout the game until one of us has all of them, and that'll be Savannah. because Savannah usually ends up with all the tokens because never spends them until like the last session.
I forget. I get excited about role playing and forget I have to play a game.
One other thing everybody should go ahead and mark, housekeeping wise, is make sure you have your monologue token, the MT in the purple box, checked, and that you have the drop down that says have you monologue this cycle set to no. The monologue tokens we can spend at any point on someone else or ourselves, but probably somebody else is the more interesting option. Spend them on somebody else, and they will do a monologue, like what's happening inside their head at that moment, so we can get kind of a sneak peek into what somebody's thoughts are. You only have to monologue once, unless the chat demands it, because we have those turned on, and the mini monologues are in play, so chat can do as many monologues as they want, only dictated by the timers and or the cooldown timers, and but the rest of us have one token to spend on somebody else, and you have to monologue before the end of the cycle. So if you don't monologue at some point, you will monologue at the end of the cycle, based on whatever's happening at that point.
A real problem, because all of us hate hearing ourselves talk.
Hate it. I can't stand it. Stop looking at me.
Chat, don't forget, we've got the chat store. The name and NPC is up as always.
Yes.
As well as the mini monologues and the ability to give somebody tokens.
I will throw out there too, because we have our chat people that love to throw out silly names that get sprung on the players.
Itchy!
Yeah. You don't have these will all be thrown out there. If an NPC gets introduced, that NPC is going to be presented to the four of us, and we will decide how we introduce them and then who's going to play them in that moment. So we'll just kind of toss it up there in the air. They will make us giggle at the moment that you give them. So you get the immediate satisfaction of us all reading that name from the get-go, but not the surprise later on. I think that's it. We haven't had anything else.
I will be the one that sees it first, because I'm the only one that looks at stream
yeah,
moments.
and then
so
I'll
laugh. Get to giggle about it and then tell everyone else what it is.
We'll probably introduce something. I have some ideas later on of some other redemptions that we can throw out there. Something that some things to influence the story and introduce some complications to the characters or something like that. But we will. We're gonna start with this. So is that everything? I'm gonna continue to defer to Sid as our rules guru.
I believe so. The last thing for prep but we don't have to do this until our first upkeep, the inner conflicts. Yeah. But we can figure those out.
I kind of want to figure that out during role play. Yeah. See where the story goes. I just realized I think I have a prop piece that I didn't put on, but I'll do that during the break.
Oh no.
Okay. Y'all ready to start?
Yeah. I'm ready to start for a fucking month.
Yeah, me too. So
we've been texting each other.
Where we've kind of set things up in our collaboration last week is this is all sort of taking place kind of immediately or at the moment that we've all figured out Joe is still around. Joe has been hiding from us like a coward.
Sneaky.
So where do we want to start this? So we have our options, rules wise, either doing a event, which is all of us, doing a split where we kind of divide and do some smaller scenes between a couple of us, flashbacks. It'd be weird to start with a flashback, but hell, we could if somebody really wants to do that.
That's me.
Hella.
We can't do that.
Man, that's gonna be hard.
Oh, we're gonna.
I can. And I will.
We're gonna.
It's like on Mondays when you were playing Curiosity, and every time I said out of curiosity,
and I would go, that's me.
Or a Spotlight is our last one, which I think would just focus on one person, kind of as the central focus of the chapter. So, where would we like our story to begin?
I have a preference. Preference probably isn't the right word. I was thinking maybe we should start with a couple of smaller scenes.
Sure.
so that everybody gets a little time to kind of lean into a character a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our main guys.
I personally wouldn't. I would prefer to let you guys just have the floor until you go to Joe.
Oh, it's literally the first place Hella's gonna go.
Yeah, I kind of think that's like the inciting incident for most of this at this point.
I'm
is the
coming
fact
for
that
ya.
somebody's looking for Joe with all the Nordic gods we've got on the table. Maybe we should do a little powwow between them.
Hella, you want to go visit your grandpa?
If I want to go bully my grandpa, yes.
Go bully. Oh yeah, bully is actually what I said. Do you want to go bully your grandpa?
I do.
So what's the scene?
Joe, where are you?
In Portland, Multnomah Village.
Do I show up while you're at work? Or do I
show up at the food cart? Show up at the food cart.
I'm gonna show up at the food cart and order food.
And Sid, I'm gonna say, do we all agree that anyone who's not in the scene has license to introduce NPCs and stuff as we go, that are necessary, to just jump in and play the NPCs that might be necessary? Okay, cool.
All right, so let me paint a little picture of what Multnomah Village is like.
Please.
So Portland, for anybody who hasn't been there, there's lots and lots of hills and valleys throughout the entire city. It's one of the greenest cities I've ever been to, just because there's trees everywhere. And the village is nestled kind of a little bit away from downtown, but well within the main part of the city. But it's just got a nice, quaint little feel. There's 2 roads that run through the village along a ridge rather than up or down. So there's some nice elevation. It's kind of a mix of like almost an old Germantown architecture with some more modern American motifs. And there's a plaza where there's a handful of food trucks, because in Portland, you can't just move your food truck around anywhere. You have to have permission from the landowner to be able to sell there. So Joe's is very popular. I would say so far, we have wonderful food trucks here, but being the divine being that he is, probably the people working at the other food trucks might even go to his food truck to get some food. So you might have to park a ways away. I don't know. I assume you're probably having like a driver take you there, or?
Yeah, probably hired a car.
Like a personal driver, or like a Uber?
I think probably teleported to Portland and then hired a car to be extra.
All right, yeah. So as you would pull around, you would see that one of the food trucks is shaking a little bit, just kind of. And you can hear loud music coming from the plaza. It sounds like it might be Journey. And then you hear a deep baritone voice just belting out, "Don't stop!" And then a higher pitched, more feminine voice echoing in, "No."
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask, does Miranda work it? Okay, so
yeah.
Believe it. We got like 3 orders here. I can't hear over them. What are you ordering again?
So yeah, Savvy, that's your landing spot right there.
I think I'll wait in line politely, and then just sort of walks up. What? Oh, what kind of food do you sell?
That's a good question.
Everything.
Oh, because you can make whatever you want, huh?
He's got a huge menu. In my mind, a good sign of a good restaurant is having a small menu that you do really well, but Joe can just do all that really well. So he has the entire front side, or the side of the food truck, is not just covered with a menu, but he has a couple of folding panels that fold out. So he's got like 3 times as much food. There's like little park benches and stuff in this plaza too. So you see people tearing away at like whole turkey legs, like they're at a Renaissance fair. People are eating pasta. People are eating salads. You see a couple sharing
your food truck is a Greek diner. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
And all types of Hispanic, Italian.
You can get
You have
surf and
lobster.
turf, a hamburger, and sushi.
There's people eating grits over there.
I want to go.
Get
to
the
this place
lobster.
for real.
Get the lobster, Hella.
So Miranda, Val, do you want to describe Miranda?
I'll let you tell me, like, how are you visualizing Miranda? Because I'll go hard with the personality, but if there's any like specific descriptors that you wanted.
She's a pretty young woman, a teenager. She's got long, kind of thin hair, usually in a hoodie with the hood up.
God, I don't have a hoodie.
She is pretty, but there's a sort of eeriness.
Now
to
who's
the
extra with their
conversation.
side characters, Val?
Like, you feel like maybe her eyes are set a little bit too far apart, and like her mouth and her nose are too small for her face. But otherwise, she is really quite charming. She's got a shy smile, I would say, until she sees Hella, because she's been warned.
Okay, that does. So Miranda knows who Hella is.
Might have a solid suspicion that this is Miranda.
But I don't think they've actually
her niece,
met.
by the way. Her niece is Hella.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird to think
A
about.
real all-American family, right
Yeah,
there.
right.
Yep.
So I think if Hella's coming up the line, then so Miranda is. I'm imagining Joe does most of the cooking. Miranda runs like orders and that. So yeah, it kind of shouts back. Dad, we're low on hamburger buns again and the sushi rolls. So if can you grab some of those from the? Hi.
What was that, honey?
Can I help you?
I assume so. You still serve food, right?
Yeah. What would you like to order? Welcome to Joe's.
Thank you. Lobster mac.
Sorry?
Lobster mac.
Lobster mac. All right. Any sides?
No, thanks. That's enough carbs.
Anything to drink?
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I'll get that for you in a second. Dad.
When Joe hears that tone in her voice, he would lumber over. Joe fills the food truck. He stands over 6 feet tall, and I don't know how much he weighs, but he's a beefy boy. And he just eats up the window once he just like cranes in and he looks down and he goes, "Oh, you're early."
You're late. Hi, Joe.
Then he pulls out from behind his back a bowl of ramen.
It's not what I ordered, but I'll try it.
But it's what you want.
Sure.
Tonkatsu ramen with pork char siu, bean sprouts, ajitama, and a little piece of Naruto on the side.
You know I hate it when you do that.
No, you don't. You just hate me. Enjoy your food. If you don't mind, we'll close up here in an hour or two.
Fine. I'll wait. A thing I totally do for people.
Thank you, darling. Next!
And I wait.
I think Miranda like corners Joe in the truck, like comes around, like I assume, does Joe just go back to cooking again? Like nothing's wrong?
Cooking and singing. Yeah.
Just
probably switches over to All Float On by Modest Mouse.
love that song. It comes over and just like bumps your elbow a couple times.
Oh,
Dad, what are we gonna do?
All float.
Stop. Okay. All right. It's a good song. It like turns down the music just a little bit. What are we gonna do?
Have a family reunion.
But you said these people hate you.
Yeah. I hated who I was. Let's give me another chance.
But what if she's here to kill you?
Your dad's not that easy to kill.
Okay. That doesn't make me feel much better.
He puts a hand on your shoulder. Miranda, you know that I would never do anything that would put you at unnecessary risk. I love you. You're my soul. You're the light of my world.
I don't like you
But
that
it's
you
time.
said unnecessary risk instead of no risk.
I love you, kiddo, but what did you think was going to happen when you made that TikTok channel? That they weren't going to find me?
I didn't know gods watch TikTok.
It's okay.
I didn't put it on Instagram.
Oh, that's my girl. Sense of humor. Don't worry, all right? We've been through rough scrapes. This ain't gonna be nothing.
Okay. So what am I supposed... Should I get the shotgun?
No, I don't think that would do a whole lot, darling. Well, why don't you just keep taking orders? We'll get through the crowd, and then we'll sit down. We'll have some food.
Okay. All right. You can do that. All right.
Do me one favor. And he,
Yeah?
pulls out a horn, an empty, not empty, the drinking horns that they freaking use. There was a name for that. I can't remember. Anyway, he pulls out a ram's horn and a bottle of amber fluid, pops the cork off with his teeth and pours some of it in there, hands it to Miranda and says, go try to make a good impression on your niece.
That... I don't like that you called her my niece. I don't.
Then my granddaughter, however you want to look at it.
I don't like either of those. And she goes to the window and says, I'll be back to you in a moment. Just have to... It's a specialty. And heads out of the truck.
As soon as she's out of the truck, Joe goes and takes a big swig off of the bottle before putting it back underneath.
Comes sort of rushing up, maybe a little bit running out the sides as she's shaking kind of nervously, and comes around to where Hella is sitting. Dad wanted me to get... This is for you.
Thanks, sweetie. What is it?
Mead. And it smells amazing. It's got hints of elderberry that you can just pick up from the heavily food smell saturated air. You don't even have to get your nose over it. It's dark, almost rose colored.
It's mead. I'm not allowed to drink it.
You're a little young. Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy your meal.
That's it?
Stops. Turns back around. Did you need something else?
Well, I just thought maybe we'd chat a little. Oh, boy, what has your dad told you about me?
That you're mine. That you're a relative.
We'll just go with cousin. It's easier.
Cousin. Cousin's better. Cousin's good. And that you're a god.
Terrible, horrible, a snake in the grass. I'm really nice once you get to know me.
Uh-huh. I'm sure you're very nice. I'm familiar with your work. I've seen you on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to transition to a couple of different platforms. YouTube works fine though, long form.
Yeah, you definitely do better numbers on YouTube than you do on Instagram.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's hard with the algorithm to get, you probably know all this or have people for this.
I do, but it's nice to hear from people who actually watch the damn thing.
You're welcome.
Something's fine. So you're on TikTok. Or your dad's on TikTok. I assume
Yep.
that's you.
Yeah, I set up the account.
It's pretty good.
Well, I just thought it'd be good for the business.
Well, it definitely is.
Yeah, it's been good. We've gotten a lot more foot traffic coming through, people flying in and other attention.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Must keep you busy.
Yeah, very busy. Dad works pretty hard, pretty much all day, start to close, and we barely get a break in between.
It's nice to see him caring about something.
Uh-huh. So, you and my dad don't really get along then?
Wouldn't know. He's never around. It's unfortunate, really. I'm used to it, though. Neither was my dad.
Which one was that?
Loki.
Right. Loki.
Like father, like son.
From the Avengers.
He's nothing like that.
Does he look like Tom Hiddleston?
No.
Oh. This Sid takes notes. Does not look like Tom Hiddleston.
I was just putting in chat.
Oh.
Yeah, no, unfortunately for him.
So
I take it you haven't seen him around here lately.
No, you're the first god to show. Well, second, I guess. If you're including my dad.
And actually kind of shocked. There are people out there who hate your dad way more than I do.
Really?
Oh, sure.
That's good to know.
Oh, don't worry about it.
And you're like god of the underworld or something?
One of them, yeah.
One of the... Okay.
No, different belief sets. They look a little bit different for different people.
Cool. I bet that keeps you busy.
Oh, sure. Yeah. It's a lot to manage, but...
Yeah?
I do it.
Well, you look great. I love the whole look.
Thank you. That's why I thought I would do better numbers on Instagram, but apparently it's a niche.
Yeah.
That's what Meredith tells me anyway.
Well, that line's getting real long. I should probably go help Dad out. But we'll see you after close, I guess.
Yeah, it's great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Bye. And just turns around and basically runs back to the truck.
As she runs back up to the truck, Ellie, you might notice that Joe has been not a lot, but a little bit periodically. He's been pacing back and forth to the window of the food truck and just peeking part of his giant freaking head, like trying to sneak one eye out, but it's just so much body that it's impossible to hide. And scene for now?
Yeah, we could stop the scene there and then come back to the follow-up.
It would be like another hour or two, hour-ish.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, you need to act out the remaining hour and a half of orders.
Yes.
Cooking simulator.
Sid,
Yeah.
do you and I just
I've
want to
been working in a freaking restaurant all day.
I know you could. I know you absolutely could.
This is what we do.
You don't
So
want to, though.
Savannah and Sid,
now.
each of you come up in time, put in orders. I will describe taking the orders.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
John describes cooking them.
Yeah.
Lobster mac was a good choice, though.
That'll be the rest of that is a really good choice. God, I'm hungry now.
I'm starving. I'm putting in my DoorDash right now.
We should do
So
that.
yeah, let's cut that. Let's pause that scene there. I kind of wanted to do some like I want to see a little bit of Meredith's shit. What would Meredith be up to?
Well, it's late afternoon. She is back in LA.
Unless you want to show up with Loki, but I assume it might be good to pan away from the Nordic.
Yeah,
Mama drama.
We'll get the Greeks in here. It'll be great.
Quick question: Are we placing it like nowish? Like, is it late May?
Oh sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Make it easy.
I'm cool with that.
We're also making chat hungry. So mission accomplished. Yeah, she's probably in a really boring meeting with the Meraki Group, which is the name of her talent agency. Yeah, people are probably talking at her very excitedly, and she's just trying to look as enthusiastic as possible, but really not listening.
I wonder if Morgan just stops by Meredith hearing about what's going on with Joe and Hela going to visit Joe.
That'd be cool.
Let's just get all our main characters in the mix, I think.
Yeah. Do it. I'm sure she would welcome the interruption.
Maybe
knock on the boardroom door.
Yeah, it was maybe an assistant or somebody comes up to the door and is like, "You've got someone important here to see you."
Thank you all for your excellent work. Please continue. Without me, you really don't need me here. You're all quite capable. And I may or may not be back shortly. All right. And she just walks out.
I imagine that Morgan's in your office, probably waiting.
Okay.
And is
it looks like this shit. Just yeah.
Is sitting at whatever like the chair is that like it is sitting in the most comfortable chair in the room that's available.
So probably the one behind her desk.
Yeah, it's probably just sitting at your desk.
Yeah, I figured.
And is vaping in your office. And just like is looking out. Do you have like a good view? Like a window? Yeah. Okay. Is like looking out the window as you come in, and without like looking back over her shoulder, says, "So I assume you heard."
No, I've been in back-to-back boring as fuck meetings all day. Heard what?
Swivels around dramatically. Joe Odin. Apparently he's back.
Young?
No.
Needing guidance?
No. Apparently he's been back for a while. Have you really not heard yet?
I cannot stress how many and how boring.
You really should get people for that.
But no one does it as good as me.
You've always been such a micromanager, Meredith.
I don't micromanage my people. I let them do their own thing. Just usually I have to be the one to do it. That's all.
Well, please sit down when we catch up.
Get out of my seat.
No, that's just rude. I'm coming to visit here. Came out of the way on my way.
Get out of my seat.
Fine. She gets up. I guess so Morgan is has deep sort wine red hair, is wearing a like a pencil skirt, black, and a loose fitting like white kind of blouse, and just a like very gaudy like golden jewelry, like gold necklace, multiple chains, big hoop earrings, lots of rings on her fingers, but otherwise pretty unassuming, and comes around your to sit at the other side of the desk.
Meredith, aka Calliope, walk around her desk. Very tall, almost 6 feet, like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, Morgan's 6'4". I forgot about that. It's not very
Okay,
unassuming. When you
not
think
as
about
tall
her
as
being-
her.
when you think
Never
about her being
mind.
6'4".
Just to complete the picture of tall folks, because I didn't really say what Hella looks like. She's doing the pastel goth thing. Hella's 5'2", like 90 pounds, soaking wet.
Yeah, and in the scale, I think what you're 6'6", Odin or Joe. Okay.
So,
Yeah,
Odin,
it's very tall, like super
Morrigan,
tall, thin.
So it really should
Meredith,
be like
Hella.
Yeah. And again, carries
Uh,
herself like this is her office, and like she is being inconvenienced here to have to move.
Of course. Just floats behind her desk, gracefully, elegantly, is in the most gorgeous hunter green power suit, hugs every fucking curve. Everything is delicate, everything is elegant, everything will not be fucked with or you will die. Sits behind her desk, like infinitesimally like moves something that Morrigan moved, like kicking her feet up or something, puts it back into place. So he's back, he's been back, and he's broken the covenant. Marvelous.
That seems to be the case, yes. What are your thoughts on the matter?
Bring him to heel, see what he has to say for himself, and then hopefully move on to more important things.
You think it'll be that easy? He's never really been the type to do what anyone said. Normally he was the one doling out punishments for people breaking the pact.
Except he's the one that's running scared this time. I wonder why.
I don't know, but whatever it is he's been up to, I'm sure it's big. Maybe raising an army against us or something like that.
Sounds very interesting, at least.
Whatever happens, I'm sure it will be very interesting.
Is that why you came all the way here, or?
I was on my way through town. Figured I'd stop by, say hi. It's been a while since we've had a meeting.
Yes. Seems we're overdue. Well, where is he?
Portland, I believe.
At least you stayed in the West Coast. Really don't feel like going to New York right now. It's sticky. I'll charter my jet. Want to ride?
Sure. I figured I'd call Loki on the way, stir things up, make sure he's in the loop. They're in the loop.
Sounds like fun. You can ride too, as long as all of the seats stay in my jet this time.
I really just liked the upholstery on it. It was one chair, and I compensated you for it. Fine, we'll take your jet. It's cute.
Anything else, or?
No, that'll be it for me. I have a lunch thing, and so I'll see you in a few hours, I assume, once you're done with your meetings. So, stands up. Sabrina, get the car. And I imagine her assistant waiting just outside the door.
Go right away.
Hello, Sabrina.
Hello, Meredith.
The car, Sabrina.
She runs away.
Yeah.
And scene.
Mm-hmm. Meredith has one little thing to do before she jumps on the jet.
Please.
She goes to, she changes, at least changes the jacket, puts on something a little more casual, a very expensive designer leather jacket. Goes to a tiny little venue down the street where it looks like the openers for some unknown band are like doing a sound check. Grabs a drink and takes out a little notebook. I did forget to mention, she does like she has her latest gigantic phone, but she always keeps a stylus for it behind her ear, and that's how she does her various tasks. But yeah, pulls out her phone, pulls out her stylus, and observes.
Okay. So we want to get back to the Nordic drama.
So over time, the people would have petered out of the plaza a little bit. They would have headed over to the local bars or home, because not everyone goes to bars. But I assume you would stay there and wait at the park table. Did you enjoy? Actually, Joe would come out after a while. Miranda would probably still be inside finishing up the last of the cleaning and shutting down. And he would walk over to your table. Were you facing the food truck or away from it?
Facing it.
Okay. So yeah, so you would know that he was exiting the food truck almost before the door was open because of the weight shifting, and you would see him come down. He's taking off an apron, rolling it up, tosses it inside. He's wearing blue jeans, Crocs, a graphic with socks, a graphic tee that doesn't all the way cover his belly, a belt with a big old Texas style belt buckle on it, but it's of the state of Oregon, and a trucker hat. And he's running his hands through his long orange and white streaked beard, and lifts his hat up and scrubs his short hair, his buzzed scalp nervously. And he stands just outside the food truck for a second before and like stepping forward towards you. So how was it?
Very good.
Good.
You've really mastered the soft-boiled egg.
Oh, it's just a thing. But I'm glad you liked it. So yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said you're early. You're the first. You here to kill me or you're here to talk?
We'll see how the evening shakes out.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair. You mind if I join you?
Of course. Only if you offer me a drink.
I'll grab you one myself. You want me to refill the horn?
Sure, why not?
All right, I'll be right back. He goes inside and he comes back out a minute later, holding the horn and a bottle, a beer bottle. And he sits down with you and he hands you the horn and he pops the cap off the bottle. You see that on the label it says O'Doul's. And he just kind of coughs and looks mostly at the center of the table.
You going straight on me, Joe?
After the kids go to bed, just not.
Right. Wouldn't want her to grow up with daddy issues.
No, I don't.
So, how have you been?
I've been good. Let me tell you, kiddo, it's been wonderful. It's been like nothing that all the power in the world could give. But I don't suppose you want to hear that. You're making quite a name for yourself.
I'm doing my best. It's a lot of work.
I always saw something special in you. I'm sure you'll make whatever you set your mind to, you're gonna get.
Are you gonna do the mushy grandpa thing the whole time, or can we just get that out of the way?
Sorry, kiddo, this is who I am now.
Right.
My name's Joe.
Joe. Sure. So, I really am the first one that found you?
Well, I mean, technically Dad first, but he found me. I decided I didn't want. I just couldn't.
Right. Well, Joe, that's actually kind of why I'm here. You might not have a choice for that much longer.
Oh, I know. Oh. And he reaches behind him, and you see him like pull a fanny pack around from his butt side over on his hip, and he pulls out three.
God, you're a stereotype.
It's handy.
I'm sure.
Anyway, he pulls out 3 wrought iron nails, not modern. You can tell they're hammered by hand. And he sets them down on the table. He says, "Those are for you. You'll need them before it's over."
Or what?
Not sure what exactly yet.
Hey. Take them. Put them in a pocket. Right, so Meredith Glype knows. And I'm sure that means Morrigan's not far behind. So no, I didn't come to kill you. I came to warn you.
I appreciate that. But I knew. Can't put my face out there like that and expect them not to find me.
Yeah, TikTok, of all places. I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, well, kiddo thought I look funny when I dance, so
You do.
I couldn't tell her no. Well, good. I'm glad you think so. You have every reason in the world to hate me, but glad I made you laugh.
Yeah. Anyway. I imagine Bitch Squad is on their way here, so you should decide what you want to do about that.
They can come find me, but I have things, I got responsibilities to do this evening. Work's not done. Would you care to come with me? With us? You want to see where Granddad lives?
Is it in a cabin by the creek?
Nothing quite that posh.
Sure, why not?
All right. Well, can either ride in the truck with us or, I'm sure you've got somebody to follow along, but you're welcome to if you'd like.
I'll take my car.
That'd be just fine.
And if they do show up, I'll try to help, but I'm not fighting them.
Of course, I hope the fight doesn't happen. At least without a little chat first.
Right,
I wouldn't expect you to put yourself in danger for me.
Oh, don't worry, I won't.
Well, then we've got a fine understanding.
Great, I'll have my driver follow you.
All right.
And Joe. Don't call me kiddo.
Understood. Okay, so
Morgan was just, or not Morgan,
Miranda.
We have so many M names.
Miranda.
Miranda has just been was it the truck? We're probably still in the food truck, like cleaning up, but like half cleaning as she like kept looking through the window, like to see how the conversation was going.
How old is she? She's like, what, like 14?
She's like 16, but
16?
she kind of looks like 14.
Okay.
Especially with like the oversized hoodie that she tends to wear.
Okay.
So yeah, hop in the truck and head off and get not quite out of town, but to the edge of town where there's a campsite, and it goes through the campsite to the far side. Depending on what kind of car you're in, that might be a big fat pain in the ass or some damage to the undercarriage of the car because it is a bump of ride. You'd be able to hear Joe and Miranda singing over the sound of the radio, unless you're going with the windows up. But after a while, you would reach a further campground and go through a passage that looks too small really for a car to get through, but for some reason you're just able to get through and enter into another sort of campground where there are what looks like just, from your point of view, perhaps just some trash people. They're living under canoes set up kind of like longhouses. And you can see there's a community garden and a little bit of livestock, like maybe a sheep and a couple of chickens. And Joe pulls up and everybody starts cheering. And as soon as he stops the truck, you can hear the ovens restarting, and people are getting together more food because Joe has a different group of people to feed. And he doesn't come out and greet you. He just gets right to work. So it's kind of up to Jela which one should do.
I do want to elaborate further on what Val said. Does Joe live in a commune?
I would say it's more that
they don't call it
Joe.
Of course,
Joe has a spot that he lets certain people be able to find, and he tries to help them on their way to a better living situation.
So not
commune, no. I don't think it's revolving door commune.
Like a halfway house.
Halfway house?
I like
halfway campground.
I like that.
I just needed to define whether or not I was looking at a cult right now or if I was looking at something else.
No,
maybe. Yeah, I'm sure that's where a lot of the followers are.
Does everyone smile too much and use everyone's names too much?
Good.
Everybody has different haircuts.
That's true, Val.
Okay? They're not all working.
Yeah, Hella gets out of the car. Is wearing combat boots, doesn't have a whole lot of trouble walking around a campground.
No.
Just kind
Portland's probably a bit muddy, but it's not too bad.
Makes their way through.
you see Joe stick his head out the window and says, I got this going on for the rest of the evening. You can come in the truck if you want to keep talking.
Great. Under their breath. Cool. Andy's a good person. This is going to be easy.
So he opens the side door and you enter into his food truck, and you could probably, being the guy that you are, tell right off the bat that there's a little bit of something going on inside this, because it's a standard size food truck, but he's got way too many appliances in this space with functioning space. They're not heavily crowded, but he's got a couple of ovens. He's got like a stone brick pizza oven. He's got a deep fryer. He's got a washing machine. He's got, just everything under the sun, and then some, a smoker. And he has enough space to move around in it with his kid and be able for them to be able to like move past each other comfortably. But it still doesn't even look like it should. Even being inside, you feel like you should be cramped and pushed up against something, but you have plenty of room to stand.
Nice setup.
Oh yeah, it's just a thing that I do. Hey kiddo, you want to go over to the bus? Oh, there's also a school bus out there, like the typical highly painted over hippie school bus. Why don't you go over to the bus and get yourself a shower and get ready for bed, yeah?
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Thanks, kid.
Mm-hmm.
Love you.
I love you too.
Night, Miranda.
Night.
All right.
You took all of the godly power under your purview and built a TARDIS kitchen.
It's just one thing. It's people who need help. I'm in the area.
I get it.
Not going to war with people. I'm not tired of fighting. That's all.
I get it. You help people.
You know how much blood is on these hands. Tired of it.
Well,
that's why I left.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come back, Joe.
Yep. I don't know.
Hopefully, it doesn't come to that. Meredith's been exceedingly reasonable lately.
Find that a welcome circumstance.
Yeah, well, I think her skirts were a little too tight before.
Now, not my place to make any sort of comment on that. Why did you come to warn me?
Purely selfish reasons.
Would you mind if I inquired?
I mean, I mind, but I'll tell you.
You don't have to.
Your family, Joe. As much as I hate that. And I'm not gonna let someone else kill you. Plus, I've been trying to track down my dad for a while. And you seem to be the only person he's interested in talking to lately, so.
Mm-hmm.
But no, contrary to what might be considered a popular belief, I don't want Meredith and the Morrigan to run you down with a jet. Or whatever it is she's using now.
Might seem like I'm in horror times here, but believe you me, they come at me in a jet with violent intentions. And, I've got tricks. I didn't hang myself on a tree for 8 days. I didn't pluck out my own eye and run a spear through my own ribs to gain no wisdom.
Yes, we know. You're very dramatic.
You know? That's nice. Thank you for that.
What?
I still get caught up. It's the old me. Joe didn't do any of those things.
Yeah, well, Odin did, and I doubt that part of you is ever gonna really go away.
No, but it doesn't have to run who I am.
No, I suppose not. But regardless, we have a covenant to uphold, and you have to be there at the cycle meeting or whatever, so we can all agree not to kill each other and then go about our business.
Yeah. I reckon that'll probably be more their intentions than bringing me down, wouldn't they?
I would assume so. Like I said, Meredith's been a little more reasonable this time around. Can't speak for the others, but they listen to her.
I like your hair.
Thanks. It's a lot of work.
I would imagine so. Something to be said for a shaved head.
Keeps you cool. I've never tried it.
Takes the tiniest dab of shampoo. Your hair dries with a towel.
Because you don't have any.
You remember when our braids, we'd sleep and like wake up choking on them, wrapped around your throat?
I'm pretty sure one of my incarnations died that way.
Mortals have more sense to them than you think. They've been doing this countless more times than we have. They just don't all remember him. It's not all one big memory for them.
Lucky them.
I would agree.
I remember every dance recital Daddy didn't come to. Sorry, it's hard to turn off sometimes. Have you seen Dad lately, by the way?
No.
Great.
Nope, not since I awoke.
Good, I'm sure he's causing trouble somewhere.
Bit of that's in his nature, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but we don't have to let that rule us, do we?
No, but I can't blame him for it.
Well, it's getting late. Our friends are probably going to show up soon.
Yeah. I know you're probably going to say no, but if it takes longer than like tonight, the bus, we have it spaced out in the bedrooms. It's nothing glamorous, but be a bed, have a curtain to separate you.
My own curtain? Wow, Grandpa.
Well, you know what? For that matter, you could take my bed and I could take a spot on the bus. Good.
Don't
Points
worry
over.
about it.
There's a Winnebago. There's also a Winnebago pointed a little over down the ways that it's like got so many different paint jobs and like bad reinforcements and stuff. There's like part of the wall is on the exterior is particle board. It's just not great. And in different letters, like different styles of paint from different paint jobs, and like part of it's from a sign and stuff. It says Sletnir on the side of the Winnebago, and he says, "You could take my spot over there on the Winnebago."
That's really sweet and everything, but I'm gonna go back to LA tonight.
Sure, yep, yeah, of course. Oh. He reaches into a mini fridge and he pulls out a slice of cheesecake. Mm-hmm. For the road?
Fine. Thank you.
Pulls out 2 forks. See, this isn't so bad, is it?
I guess.
Look, I know I can't just fix millennia with some ramen, meat, and cheesecake, but it means something to me that you came the way you did. So I'd love a chance, as much as you want to give me a chance to make up for some of it.
I'll think about it.
That works for me.
I think we wait for the cavalry to show up.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Yeah. And
I imagine, because we should probably take a break here, is the last scene we get, so Morrigan and Meredith got on the jet, right?
Mm-hmm. I did look up a Learjet from Los Angeles to Portland, Oregon, going straight away would take less than an hour and a half.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
and would also cost about $15,000 to $20,000, just FYI.
Pocket change. Unless there's like, did you want to do any scenes like on the flight, or just cut to us getting there?
We can cut to us getting there, unless the Morrigan tries to steal another plane seat, and then we could. Just
you have added this fact to my character.
I love it. I was actually talking about Loki trying to steal it, but then you went with it, and I'm like, that's fine.
Oh, I heard you saying that the Morrigan had stolen it.
No, I said Loki could also jump on, but they can't steal the seat this time. And then you ran with it, and I was like, you know what? Never mind. Nope, Morrigan did it.
Yay!
But more out of like spite than mischief. Right?
It's more of just like, I like this thing, I want it, and
This
I
is
don't.
mine
So I'm
now.
gonna take it.
Yeah,
It's mine now.
This is mine.
Is the Morrigan a cat? Is that like that? Because that
Is
that really...
well, more of like a raven, just
Okay.
shiny.
Mine.
It's mine.
shiny, mine.
Yeah. So maybe we just get the last scene before we take our break of the two of them arriving in a town car at this commune, not commune,
The not commune.
at this camp, and just from inside the car, one of them saying, probably Morgan saying this, like, this can't be it. This is wrong. We're in the wrong place.
To be
Probably
fair,
spots the Smolnir on the side of the Winnebago. No.
yeah, well, there'll probably be a bit more than that too. Like a really good-sized bonfire in the middle. Some people getting a little rowdy, and you can distinctly hear the tinking of a blacksmith.
No, I think this is the right place.
This is going to be so much fun.
Hey, it's exciting at least.
That's right. Well, hopefully we don't have to kill everyone here. And she gets out of the car. Let's go and take a break there.
Yeah.
Woo. Good start, y'all.
Oh my
very
god,
fun.
that was so much fun.
Yeah.
That was
I'm
great.
I'm excited to see
I feel
where
so
this
bad
all
for
goes.
being so
I'm-
mean to Joe. He's such a nice
Oh, I'm
guy.
so nervous. Oh my
Joe's
god.
so nice.
I feel so
Joe's so
bad.
nice, and we're gonna ruin him.
I love it.
Amazing. I
I
love
love
him.
it.
Just interacting with Savvy. I'm sitting here in my chair like, oh fuck, how do I
We're gonna
navigate
die.
this
Oh
conversation?
god, we're gonna die.
Good stuff, y'all. So yeah, we're gonna take a quick 5-10 minute break. So everyone out there in the chat, keep hanging out with us. If you want to redeem any NPC names or anything like that, please do, and we will see you back here in a few minutes, so stay tuned. Welcome back, internet. We're here to play some more Neon Gods. We're here on our session 1 right now. We have a lot of drama that has started already.
That's what you get for letting me go first.
Yeah. We got family drama between Joe, aka Odin, and granddaughter Hella, aka Hell, and
Never kiddo.
They're not subtle.
and arriving at this campsite that Joe lives at with his daughter is Meredith, aka Calliope, and the Morrigan, aka the Morrigan. The least subtle. So how do we want to approach this?
I mean, probably gonna just walk out, friggin' staring around at whatever the hell is going on right now.
Which would probably be some, just kind of general evening revelry. Nothing out of control, but people standing in small groups chatting, some people like eating, some people drinking, some people smoking, whatever. And you'd hear that tinking, that blacksmith tinking coming from behind the Winnebago on the far side of the campground. And when you step out of the car, you hear it stop, and you would see Joe come out from behind the Winnebago, now wearing a blacksmith's apron, a leather blacksmith's apron, his hat turned around, and wearing some mittens is not what they're called. Gauntlets is also incorrect.
Oven mitts. No.
Mitts, blacksmith's mitts, whatever. I know words. And he would take those off, toss those down at the base of the steps to the food truck just a little bit away and step inside the food truck. And then pop right back out again, actually, I guess. Gesturing over to a camp table.
Does he expect us to sit there?
I think
Sits down facing you.
I believe so.
I guess walks up.
Odin?
Name's Joe, but welcome to my home. Would you like to sit down? My daughter Miranda will be by in a minute with the food I've prepared for you.
You
I
got
see.
fat, old man.
Thank you. I eat well. Never been skinny, though.
No. Used to be fearsome. Can I get something to sit on? I don't want to get my skirt dirty.
Oh, come on, Morrigan. We're roughing it.
Right. I'll send you the bill later.
I'm sure I'll afford it. Miranda, would you mind?
Yeah, here's food for you both. And puts down the plates.
I mentioned she'd probably have to take 2 trips because one is an entire lasagna and
Okay.
the other is a tomahawk steak on a bed of arugula.
Okay, so yeah, puts down. Brings it. I'll be back. One more comes back with the steak and arugula. That's both. Enjoy, and dashes back inside.
Wait.
Yeah, Dad
Come here.
comes over.
Can't go to bed without giving me a hug.
Yeah. Thanks.
She whispers in her ear. Don't worry. It's not my first radio. You get to bed.
I will try. I'll try. gun just in case. It's back inside.
Put that away and get some sleep. You got school in the morning.
Okay, school. Don't have to worry about school if the world ends.
Turns back to the gods. Well, thank you for coming, meeting me here, and not sending a tactical nuke or anything of that nature. Reaches down.
That would have been expensive.
I wouldn't need them. Pulls out another bottle full of Duels, pops cap up, starts having a sip. Please, eat. Let's talk.
I always hated when you did this.
Come on. It's a 2-month dry-aged tomahawk steak.
No, I'm
And
going to
yours.
eat it. I'm not questioning that, but
And yours. Fresh San Marzano, fire-roasted tomatoes, and a homemade bechamel with Parmesan and Pecorino cheese. All made here.
Glad I skipped lunch.
I can't believe you still eat like a cartoon cat.
Lasagna is a perfect food. I was there when they discovered it. Okay?
Make sure I remember that then.
Uh-huh.
Will Hella be joining us?
I think then they walk out. They wait to be missed. You rang.
Well, we have half the group here then. Mortals best quake in fear.
Must
Will the other
they?
4 be joining us?
Must they quake in fear?
Dear us, I hope not. Not to the quaking in fear, to the others joining us.
No, I figured we'd keep this gathering small.
We wouldn't want our official meeting for this cycle to take place in a campground.
Used to. Long time ago.
Some of us have evolved.
Some other of us have too.
It's good to see you, Joe. You're a bit late.
You too, Morgan. You look good. You look powerful. And you, gosh, Muse, flesh and blood. It is good to see you.
So, what happened?
Yeah, what was the holdup, Joe?
You never get tired? Do you love every minute of it?
When I get tired, they have a pill for that. When I need to fully wake up, they also have a pill for that. The mortals are quite extraordinary, actually.
Yeah, a long time ago they had liquors to drink and roots to chew.
Oh, some of them still do that. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole thing now, actually. It's sort of scary the way they seem to be regressing.
So you were tired.
Yeah, look, we can go over it. You could wring me dry if you want. Hit me. I'm back. I knew you'd find me. Oh, and he hops up from the table and goes back around behind the Winnebago, and you can hear tinking happening again. The clang clang.
Has this been the entire time that you've
Yeah,
been here?
he keeps doing that. He handed me some nails earlier and said I would need them.
Is he off his rocker?
No, it sounds like he's just building a new one.
I didn't know that the gods could go mad. Now I'm scared. Which one was next?
Well, that's been Loki forever, but that's kind of just his brand.
God, can we
so.
not
Aye,
talk
but
about
that's
my dad
Loki.
right now?
There's a
Sorry.
sense of control to it. There's chaos, but it's part of the plan. This just seems wrong.
Just let him. He's got to ease back in, okay? He's old.
I'm just saying, if he doesn't come back around, what do we do then? We've never had to vote somebody out before.
We have rules in place. It's gonna be fine. He'll come around. I'm not worried about it. Worst case scenario, I'll tell him I want to reconnect.
I mean, the
I'm not
bechamel
covering
is
for him.
amazing.
It's really good, right?
He can still cook, all right? That's impressive.
You should see the inside of that thing. Because it's so much stuff crammed in there.
Oh, liminal space.
Mm-hmm.
Getting
actually
some of
pretty
his powers
impressive.
back, at least. Yeah.
Sure.
You hear the hiss of metal being quenched, and then maybe a good 30 seconds or so later, you see Joe come from back from behind the Winnebago with a rag in his hand, polishing the oil on a freshly made horseshoe, which he walks over to Meredith, makes sure to wipe it off extra on his shirt, which is not any cleaner than anything else around here. And he sets it down in front of her and goes, "You're going to need that."
I know there used to be that whole thing of like confusing me with like the Lady Godiva
No,
situation.
it's not a
but
confusion.
I don't. I have a jet and a driver
Meredith,
now.
just take it.
Who made the jet, Meredith? Calliope. Who made the jet?
A lot
Boeing,
of very
I think.
intelligent mortals.
Yes.
Oh,
Very-
came up with the concept. Oh,
No, the jet that you fly is made by very skilled people. Who made that horseshoe? And he leans forward and he lowers his glasses, looking right into you. And you can see the heterochromia of his eyes and the steely glare is back.
I would assume by all the banging and quenching sounds, you?
It's a good guess. And trust me, it's not a confusion. It's not a trick. By the end of this, you're going to need that. Can't tell you how yet. You want me to come back?
No. I will. Paperweight?
Hey, I got nails, so.
I think when you'll need it, you'll know you'll need it.
Ooh, what does Morrigan get?
Haven't made it yet. Sorry.
Mm.
You just have to wait a bit.
That's fine. I'm not planning on riding any horses anytime soon. All right. So, I guess to business then. We have to arrange our meeting per the tenants. You're here. So, let's start contacting the others. Arrange the time and a place.
Why don't we just bring him here now?
Suppose we could.
It's not like they're busy. This is
Well, what-
fun.
what-
It's like old timey, you know.
Of all of us, I doubted the most that any of you might actually want to do me what I care about, the people I care about harm. I can't always say the same for my son. If we are to make a meeting, I would prefer it to be away from this life I've built.
The offer still stands. I think locking him away in some corner of the underworld is not the same as killing him. Apollo disagrees. Fucking goody two shoes. How is he, Meredith? By the way.
I wouldn't know.
Shame.
For who?
Well, I have to track down Apollo, Loki, Mars, and Nemesis. When was the last time you heard from Nemesis? Ella?
Couldn't say.
It should be a fun reunion this year.
We have really got to stop dating each other.
Aye.
Yeah. And he is still doing the Mars thing?
Seems to be.
Why?
I don't know. Some people's rebellious sides just never simmer down.
He's millennia old. He needs to get over it.
So I suppose we'll have to arrange the meeting, time, place, and then we'll have to have our trial over the breaking of the tenants. Decide what the fitting punishment will be.
Honestly, I feel like if we just bring them here, I feel like they'll maybe let you off with time served.
Yeah, is this not punishment enough?
Now, is that any way to talk to somebody who's invited you into his home and fed you food?
Oh, I was talking to Meredith.
Well, he pulls out 4 small clay cups.
Oh, I was hoping it was cheesecake.
Another bottle of mead. I don't know about all of you. Maybe you, Ella, but I feel like this situation is getting a little bit tense. It is, after all, a reunion. Why don't we celebrate just a bit, yeah?
Is this a celebratory mead, or is this one of your binding things?
No tricks. Just fine honey wine.
It is very good.
I like mead, but
just try. You like it.
Huh, just me then.
Welcome back, Joe.
Joe.
It's a Joe.
So you didn't really answer the question, though.
Which one was that?
Why?
Everything about life is power, control, praise, money. There's other things too. There's so many other things.
Absolutely. Affecting the lives of humanity, making them better, brighter.
Being on TV.
Power and control and self-praise. When was the last time that you grew a vegetable? When was the last time, let me ask you this. When was the last time you played in a puddle?
Never.
Oh, no. Never.
Never.
Not in
There
all
was
your
that one
life.
time we were in
All
New York and one of your pumps got caught in that grate. I'll count that. Oh, it was funny. Come on.
I'm uncomfortable
I can tell. And I tell
by
you,
the things you're saying, Odin.
I expected as much.
You are desecrating everything that we stand for.
That's the way you want to see it.
He's not murdering
Let me ask you
humans,
this, how-
Morgan. He's running a food truck.
No, honestly, I'd be more comfortable if he was murdering humans. Instead, he's acting like one.
You all act like one all
No,
day
we-
long. Do you live in a palace or an apartment?
Closer to a palace.
I would imagine, but it's still an apartment, isn't it? You, Meredith, are wearing a beautiful pantsuit, but it is still a pantsuit. Look, I'm not asking you to understand everything. You don't have to like it. I know that I'm going to be on trial once we get this meeting begun. But please, don't think of it as sacrilegious without looking in your mirrors first. Now, and he stands up, and he's big when he uses his full height. I think I'm getting tired.
We'll arrange for the meeting in a week's time.
You know how and where to find me. Come by any time. He kind of slouches a bit again, and the goofiness gets back to him. Can make hamburgers, make pulled pork. So much I could show you. Now y'all go on. Get back to your big fancy lives.
You're awful judgmental for a man who has a crowd of people cheering his name every time he drives up in his truck.
That's fair. Certainly am a man of flaws, but we all know that.
It seems like you want to pretend like you're not.
Not what? Culpable? I might as well have called you all here.
Then why didn't you?
I did.
You really still are, Odin.
You know what I hate? It's been years and years since I felt like him. But around you all, yeah, I am still Odin. And you are in my domain. And I have asked you politely to put this at rest and leave for tonight. Come back after you have rested.
Well, I'm glad to see some of the old you is still there. I'll leave then.
Morrigan. Please don't make me bring out more.
It's a lovely home you have here. And a lovely daughter. I will see you next time I see you. I think she stands, and if everybody's okay with a little bit of magical stuff, I don't think this is story affecting, transforms into a cloud of ravens and flies off.
At the very least, this has been truly enlightening. I suppose I'll see you both in a week's time. Good evening.
Good evening. Be well.
Strolls back to her car. Do I have stuff?
Hella, regardless of whether you stay or not, once Meredith is well without of viewing distance, you see him just slump down onto the camping table and put his heads in his hands.
So much for letting go of the drama.
Oh, I screwed that up so bad.
You're in my domain. Everything the light touches.
Oh.
That's what you sound like.
Yeah, well.
Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa.
Yeah, just
way to go,
throw
Joe.
me
Well done.
already. You see why I got away? I want to be something different. I don't want to have to be him.
Joe. You're a god. You can be whoever you damn well please. This is the problem with all of you. So single-minded. No wiggle room. No time to just sit down and think about seeing the other side. This is why I don't just do one domain. They gave me the choice. I said, both, please. Be a little flexible.
Because you've changed so much, or because you haven't changed?
It doesn't matter. Because I'm doing what I want to do. And I'm doing what makes me happy. I don't know if I could say the same for you. I think you think you're happy. But you're still carrying the old Odin on your back.
You are 100% right about that.
I know. Just think about it. You can have both, Joe. You just have to be willing to take it.
I don't know that you can, but I'll think about it. I assume you're heading back now too, huh?
Yeah, I have an appointment in the morning. Thanks for
Feel free
dinner.
to come back before the week's out.
I might do that. I have some clothes I'm getting rid of. I think Miranda might like.
I'm sure she'd love that.
Not to interrupt, but may I play a resolve token?
Mm-hmm.
To have that fire of folks maybe drinking and getting rowdy sort of break into a raucous song that, interestingly enough, not in a modern language, maybe Old Norse. And leading that song, turning around from the fire and walking up to you both, individual, tall, lanky. I'm gonna make a character choice here. Mullet.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's happening.
What have you done?
like he's doing his
what
own redneck
what he
stew.
would have wanted. The furthest thing from Tom Hiddleston possible.
Just imagining Tom Hiddleston with a mullet.
Yeah, no, that's exactly where my head went to. And honestly, it's Tom Hiddleston. It's not bad. Yep. As the crowd continues to sing very loudly, he turns around and walks over to the two of you.
Loki, my son, Didn't expect to see you tonight. Holy shit.
All father.
Father to son these days.
Apparently we have all been missing the party.
Apparently you've caused a party. Sit down.
I tend to do that wherever I go, really. Can be a little obnoxious sometimes, not gonna lie.
Joe is just kind of like nervously looking between you two, and is just going to start fiddling around with the mead. Would you like a?
I feel like if we're gonna have an impromptu family reunion, yeah, booze is a good idea.
Pours out 3 more. So I thought I managed to hide myself from you.
His travels fast.
Thought this was a little bit safer of a place. Anybody could just come on in, but hoping you're not here to cause trouble tonight.
When have I ever caused trouble, Father?
He's never around long enough to.
I didn't keep a surface on that one. No, not tonight.
That's good. Well, then what does bring you here? Just to see me?
Well, we have 3 generations here all together. Seemed appropriate.
I'm honestly shocked you recognized me.
No, your power speaks over many miles, daughter. Whether you like it or not.
I was calling you a bad dad.
Yeah, no, I picked up on that. I was gonna let it kind of slide, but all right.
Joe pulls out, he attempts to surreptitiously pull out a Nokia flip phone from his pocket, and he texts Miranda to get the fuck inside the security box or something that we probably have on the
Panic room.
You have a panic room?
Panic room.
Room in the Winnebago?
In the school bus, but yeah.
Oh, in the school
That's
bus.
very
I mean, he's
good.
probably got them in all of them. Yeah.
I think she just texts back a bunch of question marks and "Are you okay?"
Now, please. ... smiley face.
These millennials always on their phones.
Okay. Bringing the gun.
Oh, my sister? Yeah, that's a weird one. Sister.
We're just going with cousin.
Sure. There's nothing to fear from me.
I hope that's true.
What do you want, Dad?
Looking for a party. Seems I found one. And a family reunion all at once. 2 birds, all that.
Yeah, last time I checked, you weren't invited.
No, that's not entirely true. This is my home, and you're welcome here. You know that. You are my son, and you'll always be welcome here. It was wrong of me to hide from you. It was wrong of me to run. But, as has been the topic of the day, that time is rather decidedly over. So, reunion it is. You're right. I assume you'll be attending the meeting, the trials.
Oh, wouldn't miss it. Mostly because they'd kill me. Sort of turns to Hella. Is this one fully baked?
What?
The reincarnation. Maybe they needed to keep it in a little longer. I don't know.
He's fine. He's just old.
That's what happens when you run away from your duties for several years.
Duties. Please.
You agreed to the covenant like the rest of us, Joe.
Yeah, I agreed to a thing a long time ago and I came to regret it.
So you ran away and left the rest of us in a lurch instead of acting like an adult.
You all have been just fine.
How would you know?
You kidding? Faces are all over. Most of it, anyway.
Mm-hmm. So you see one little sliver of our lives and assume you understand everything.
Mighty quick to pass judgments on me just a few minutes ago.
It's kind of what I do. I've been thinking about adding it to the act, actually. A little balancing of the scales. What do you think?
Might be a bit on brand, but I think it would suit you.
Loki has manifested popcorn and is just eating it, looking back and forth between the two of you. Please go on. I haven't even done anything. This is great.
Oh no, we've been doing this all day. Speaking of which, I have to get back to LA. So anything that needs to be said, let's just go ahead and get that out now.
All right. Good luck at your trial, old man.
Thank you, son. I'll see you then. Come by sooner if you want.
I don't know, maybe I will. Or maybe I won't. That's the beauty of it, isn't it? Daughter.
Father.
You're doing well.
I know.
Ooh. All right. Getting a little warm here. I'll head out on that one, I think. Grabs the last of the meat, downs it, meanders back over to the fireside as the group continues to sing a very old song.
I prefer
And then
Journey.
Very eerily,
Did you take the bottle
they
or leave it?
stop. Oh no, just finish the last shot. Yeah, very abruptly they just stop singing as if they never had been.
You gotta watch your folks, Joe.
Oh, I knew this all wasn't going to be easy. I'm going to keep drinking now.
You wanna kill him? Just let me know.
No. Might not be able to stop my own, but You've got your own issues with your father. I understand that, and a lot of it I don't have any place to say anything about or have an opinion on. So you have your own fights with him. He's a pistol. But maybe one day after long enough, you might realize that these connections we have with each other, that might be the only significant thing about this whole godhood. Family that goes back that long. He's a rotten, conceited, selfish son of a bitch, and I can't bring myself to do anything but love him. And you. Where are my other grandchildren? What are they doing?
You'd have to ask them.
You don't see
Fenrir
him?
comes around.
He does?
On occasion, when he gets bored. He comes to my shows.
What's he like these days?
Loud. Mostly.
It was always loud.
And he eats a lot.
He always ate a lot.
But he shows up. Which is more than can be said for most of you. And as far as relationships or ties or whatever it is you think is important here, blood isn't the only thing that makes family, Joe. And without my blood around, I made my own.
I'm glad for me.
So, if you want to keep those ties, you gotta prove they're worth working on, I guess.
Yeah, that's time will tell. Just like I said earlier today, just not even asking for it, but if you decide to give me any sort of chance, I'm gonna take it.
I'm considering it. And I'm leaving.
Yeah, I love you. Kind of glad for it. I think I've had enough of an emotional beating for the day.
I had a few more in me, but I'll save them for the trial.
You all right if I gave you a hug before you go, or is that too soon? It's been hundreds of years, you know.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have to wait at least a week.
Okay. Well, thanks again for coming by. You know, it's something special to me.
Thanks for the food.
Anytime. Can I get, good night, Helen.
Helen's going to leave.
Woo.
In a ghost ship.
Wait, what?
In a ghost
For real?
ship. Yes.
Awesome.
Like a
I said it
Davy
as
Jones.
I said it as kind of a joke, and then I decided it would be cool. So,
like a pirate ship. I just want to make sure, not like a ghost spaceship or
like a boat,
Space Ghost from
Like
coast to coast. What?
like a ferry.
yeah.
I love the
That's
idea of like
with
it just
the-
wasn't there, and then like we pan very quickly to the back shot, and it was just there the whole time, and she just stepped
It's the
onto it.
car sheds its glamour, and it's like a ferry with like the driver as a ferryman in the front.
It's spooky as hell.
Hmm.
Love it.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
And sail away into the night
Perfect.
sky, or something dramatic.
Do we have any other scenes that we want to do with this chapter?
Do we need to get anybody
I'm tired
else
of being
here?
emotionally beat up. You guys can have a scene.
We've been bullying you a lot today.
Yep.
Do we need to get anybody else in before the
Yeah,
meeting?
so we probably want to see a little bit of the other gods too. So we have Mars, Apollo, and Nemesis that have not made an appearance yet.
Uh-huh.
We don't want to do a scene with just connections. Like, we need to have main characters in the scenes, right?
This is just gonna turn into who wants to talk to their ex?
Yeah, really.
I mean, that is kind of basically what's left.
So here's the thing I was thinking about too. If there is going to be any sort of like trial situation, the two people that would most likely arbitrate that would be Apollo and Nemesis, I think. Because I mean, Nemesis is all about like I was looking it up. It's like
She's judgy as hell.
retribution against those who succumb to like arrogance before the gods. Like, so it's about retribution and stuff. So like that seems right up Nemesis's alley. And then Apollo is all about truth. And I mean, Apollo would probably be the lawyer, not just because I want Apollo Justice to be in our game for those Ace Attorney fans out there.
Changing everything.
Objection!
Hold it!
Hold it! So yeah, who wants to talk to their ex? Or who wants to talk to somebody else's ex?
That's
No, come on. It's gotta we just gotta pull off the band-aid. I think we need to talk to our exes. Let's just make this happen.
Oh, my exes live in Texas. I said none of them live in Texas. It's a godforsaken wasteland.
What if
I can say that. 'cause I was born in
God's
Texas.
forsaken wasteland.
Yeah, there's a bunch of us. What if when Meredith gets back, Apollo just shows up and is like,
Probably.
I heard there's drama.
That
I
makes
want to be
sense for him.
included.
I mean, Meredith will get back by like what, 10? She takes her Learjet back. What you thinking, Nemesis?
Well, I was thinking we should maybe just get Nemesis and Apollo in on a scene, but we also don't want Apollo and because Savannah plays Apollo and Hela. What if Apollo and Nemesis go to talk to Miranda?
Okay.
Meredith?
God damn, it's gonna be hard with the M name.
Not
Sorry.
Miranda.
Yeah, they go talk to Miranda.
Miranda's like, what the fuck is going on? Dad!
Dad!
Who are
Dad!
these people? Yeah. Maybe they confront Meredith like later in the week or like the next day or something like that.
It could be fun.
Sure. I'm down.
Where, when, and how? What sort of dramatic shit would Apollo and Nemesis do?
In the observatory with the cameras.
Okay. I have an idea. Okay, so we can get everybody in here, right? Maybe the next night, Meredith was headed to a show for Fable, which Sita plays. And then Apollo and Nemesis show up, and Apollo, being super obnoxious, decides like that it's a surprise show and they're gonna like jump on stage.
Okay.
And we're all there.
Okay.
And we're
I
all
like that.
there. Oh, somebody's angry.
Someone is not happy that another person smells like the vet. So
Cranky.
they're not happy right now.
So, do you want to talk to your client for a bit before the others show up?
Sure. Oh no, just checking in with them.
Hold on, I think I can put on some more like party music.
Party music.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
Music.
some feeling happy.
Do you like- Do you want that or like some like club music?
I mean, this is club music.
It's the kind of club I want to be a part of.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I think Fable's just really like your quintessential like pop rock star. They're amazing. Extremely talented, but still very humble. They're like the epitome of like talent and humanity. They're great.
And we love them. And we would
We
never
love them.
bully them emotionally.
Nope.
Thank you. Yeah.
No
Okay.
problem.
All right. I'm gonna do my best to not do a horrible British accent with this, but to the viewers at home, if it rambles around the region or even ends up a little German here at times, just give me a little credit.
Fable's a world
No
traveler.
judgments. Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
okay, that
like
makes- yeah, that's
the accent gets a little muddled when like you
Hey,
pop it
they've
around from
listened to
place
me
to place.
butcher my Irish for the last 2 hours. So
Your
That's
Irish
pretty
is
good.
good.
The Wilt was just great. See, my problem is I'm a huge Whovian, so I pride myself on knowing a little bit of like different regional, just English accents, and I'm now on the spot. All right,
go full
I got
cockney.
this.
Cockney.
Yes, full Cockney.
Lean into it.
Never
Hello.
go full Cockney. Never go full Cockney. No.
That's
Hey
a
there,
doctor,
Meredith.
ain't it? You just have to never close your mouth.
Oi, I'm Fable. Don't you know?
Heading up to apples and pears.
No.
Okay.
Fable got famous for remaking the Chimney Sweep song from Mary Poppins.
No, I would imagine that a single
But
voice
featuring
would be nothing like
Skrillex.
that.
Yeah.
Incredible. Okay.
Okay. All right. So, Meredith, do you want to set the scene for this then?
Oh yeah. Like you're in the back, you're in the green room.
Okay.
It's
Get my hair did.
yeah. It's like openers are on. I would assume they're just coming through LA for like a tour. So she stopped in to say hello. Check in with them. They're her best client.
Oh,
So yeah,
hello, Meredith. How you doing?
I'm well. And so
Good to
are
see
you.
Oh,
Sold
shucks.
out for the next 2 nights. Well done.
Oh, it's nothing special.
It most certainly is.
Oh, well. If you like it, that means a lot to me. Now, did you check out the openers? They sound lovely, don't they?
We do. I was actually gonna talk with their representation. A little hostile takeover never hurt. Well, me.
Oh,
Um,
Meredith. You are a tiger, though, aren't you?
I try. Do you need anything? Looks like you're well stocked here, rider wise. Anything get you?
Now, Meredith, you know I'm fully taken care of because you take care of me.
See, this is why I like you. You're just so easy to please. All right, I will leave you to prepare. Yeah, I'll see you out there.
Oh, we're stopping out for drinks afterwards. Would you like to join too?
Sounds great.
Wonderful.
Break legs and all that. Close kisses. Leaves. And I imagine runs directly into these fuckers.
Like they're backstage, just in the hallway, like outside the green room.
Wait, from the other end of the hallway. Calliope!
God, no, they're all my. No, you.
I have to rethink it.
Hello!
Everything. Okay.
Oh, gods.
We've arrived!
I heard just now.
Give me the
very
visual.
loudly.
I need the visual for Apollo before we go any further.
Extremely tall. Sort of, you know that bodybuilder, like sort of V
The Dorito.
shaped torso?
Mm-hmm.
Tan. Teeth that are way too white.
Mm-hmm.
Blonde hair. Pushed back, kind of a surfer wave. Yeah. Tank top.
I'm going to change back to other music because I can't keep listening to the pep up music this entire time. And
A little robotic. But only a little.
and a local IP.
Nemesis.
And Nemesis, the only direction I've gotten is extremely hot. So I'm imagining.
No, thinks Hella is extremely hot.
Okay.
You can
See,
do
I
whatever
read
you
that
want.
as extremely, incredibly arrogant, full of hubris. Oh, I think Hella
And
is
extremely hot.
arrogant, extremely hot. Okay. I'm imagining
Internal
Nemesis.
conflict.
Yeah. I'm imagining Nemesis is like bronze skin, very curvy, probably with like outfit, something silver. Probably if they're out of like a place is probably like a very tight fitting like silver dress with a very deep cut to it. I've been listening to this one all night, so perhaps we should speak somewhere private.
Right. We can step over into one of the offices here.
Wonderful.
You're so loud, always.
It's one of my talents.
Yes.
At least you didn't say charms. This way.
You found it very charming for several centuries.
She did.
And then I grew up through here. Little conference room area, sure, why not?
So, we heard the news.
Yes. Odin is back.
Good.
Or rather, more importantly, has been back, but did not check in as the covenant required. So
And that's why we're here.
I assumed as much. You will oversee the trial situation then?
I believe so, unless the majority disagrees.
They
No,
never
it
do.
Makes sense to me. Neither of you are that close, so you should be the most objective, technically speaking.
I don't see what there would even be to misconstrue in this situation.
Perhaps extenuating circumstances on behalf of the reincarnation situation.
He broke the covenant.
He has a daughter.
And we're supposed to care.
I would think it would still qualify as an extenuating circumstance, yes.
We've all had our trysts over the years. Demigods scattered across the centuries, the millennia, across the globe. We don't let it interfere with our duties.
No, Nemesis. The man's not on trial yet. Reserve your judgment.
I will. You spoke with him firsthand, then?
Oh, yes.
How do you apprise the situation?
It's still Odin. But it's also very much Joe.
Sorry, I was thinking about something. I have reason to believe that his faculties might be in question.
How so?
He's acting erratic.
Loki always does that, but we don't say too much about it.
With Loki, it is expected. Odin is the Allfather, consistent, wise. He's expected to behave as such.
Now, Nemesis, we've all changed over the millennia. Perhaps he
Some
deserves
more
a bit
than
of slack.
others.
It is exactly that thinking that leads to a corruption of our duties,
Yes.
Apollo.
Corruption. Regardless, Odin is on trial in the next week. We will not pass judgment until we see for ourselves.
Fine.
Unless you don't believe you can be a neutral party.
I believe I'm the only one of the 8 of us capable of seeing this situation for what it is.
Then we
But
shall do
I
so
will.
at the trial, not backstage at a club.
Yes, Apollo. As always, straight to the heart of the matter.
It's one of my talents.
Hmm. Well, I suppose I'll leave the 2 of you to catch up then.
Wonderful.
Enjoy yourselves. I'll stay and watch the remainder of the show.
Fable is quite amazing.
I'll judge that for myself.
I'm sure you will.
She leaves the room.
I do not
Looks
enjoy
at the
spending
door.
time with her.
Watched her leave. Kind of head fell, hearing Apollo behind her. I can understand that.
It is as if I am always on trial.
Well, that is one of her charms.
She takes it very seriously.
That she does. How are you?
I'm well. I've recently taken up surfing.
That makes sense.
Even I still tan in the sun.
Sun god joke. All right. Always hits.
How are you?
Quite well. Quite well.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the awkwardness like does not faze him at all.
Yeah, like she's just like, in knots, feeling just very, very uncomfortable.
I wasn't
Head
expecting
empty.
ultimate himbo Apollo.
Head empty.
Head empty, only thought.
Too much sun
THOT.
exposure. Fried all brain cells. Head empty. Well, shall we grab a drink and watch the show?
Sure.
Great.
Lovely.
Do you still like martinis?
Dirty. Gin.
3 olives.
And yeah.
Close. It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
2 olives. I think he offers Meredith his arm.
Can I make a tiny little addition to the scene?
Mhm.
I would love if the opener was doing a cover of, like, "How's It Gonna Be" by Third Eye Blind or something.
Yes. Excellent.
This is so 90s and I love it. Can't think of any reason not to. Thank you.
Escort her to the bar and buy her a martini. How you can't be mean to this man.
It's really hard.
Made him impossible to bully.
I must learn his ways.
Be hot. And dumb. Really,
Hot and dumb.
really dumb.
Really, really dumb.
You can't be
Intense.
bullied if you don't understand what they're saying.
Exactly. You can't be bullied
What you
if
don't understand can't hurt you.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
God.
See, since that made sense, that's why you
Fuck.
Yeah, it's never gonna work.
Yeah.
I'm too smart.
Nothing can ever make sense to you.
You can't. It just in one ear, right out the other. Yep. And just say yes very loudly.
Mhm.
You'll win every time. And you become the #1 hero.
Yeah, that sounds like shit. That sounds like shit.
It's a trade-off, you know.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Uh-oh.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Chat redemptions. Mini monologue. Meredith, go.
Oh, fuck.
For Meredith. Meredith, monologue for us, Meredith.
Okay.
Tell me how you're feeling, Meredith.
I guess what, they're at the bar? He's
Yeah.
bought the martini
He's ordering
He's-
he's ordering them drinks.
and then talking, I'm assuming. Probably now
Oh,
to
yeah.
the bartender. Nonstop.
Just to whoever's there.
Okay. I usually pride myself on creating anything that I set my mind to. But somehow in this instance, I have allowed for the exact opposite of what I wanted to manifest itself. Is this my doing? Are my powers so magnified around this fellow member of my own pantheon that if I just think of something, even as the antithesis of what I actually desire, it still manifests itself? Looks over at Apollo. No, I think it's just him.
Get
Yeah, I
2 olives.
It's absolutely just him.
2.
That's it.
And Nemesis is like 3 seats down at the bar, ignoring whoever is trying to talk to her, and just like slight smirk on her face, like watching this, what is happening between Apollo and Calliope.
You're welcome, chat.
Wonderful.
Thank you for the redemption.
It's almost that time. Is there anything else in this scene you want to do?
I don't know if we're quite at the point where they both get super drunk and make out. I don't think like that'll have to be in a couple episodes.
Yeah, that's like 2 chapters from now, or like next chapter or something. Yeah, perfect.
I think Fable may have dipped just a little bit too much into the sauce before the show and is going to call Meredith out as his beautiful manager. Not a huge thing, but just like as he comes out and right before he starts, he's going to thank everybody for coming here tonight, yada, 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 and say something about Meredith. Somebody buy that lady a drink. 1, 2, 3, 4.
On it!
Yeah.
That is nice. They like you very much.
They're wonderful. And very talented. I mean,
Oh, yes.
not even a god.
It shocks
Inspired.
me. Truly amused, perhaps.
Well, yes.
Nemesis leans over. Should I strike him down for offending you?
No, I think it would just confuse him.
Oh, you're still here.
And I think there we can end the scene. Perfect.
Oh, you're still here, man. That's just like the end of the first episode. Cut to black. Play the theme from oh god, what's that show? Oh, it's gonna kill me.
You'll remember in 2 minutes and yell it out in the middle of outros. It'll be fine.
I'll open with it next time.
Okay, good.
Despacito?
Yeah, that's our outro song.
Every time.
It's a acoustic cover of Despacito.
Yeah.
And like with a country twang.
Oh, good.
Like it.
Like that country cover of Timber we heard that one time. That was literally the best thing ever. Guys, I don't even really like country music, but we were at this, I'm gonna tell this story real quick. We were at this bar one time in college, and there was this random performer just in the corner, and he had his guitar and his amp, and he plugged it in, and he just led off with a country cover of Kesha's Timber, and I swear to God, it was the best thing I've ever heard.
It's the only way I hear that song.
It's so good. At the same tempo.
Down.
I'm yelling timber, you better move, you better dance. It's amazing. So good.
Love that. That sounds great.
Find some shit like that on YouTube. You will not regret it.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with anything we've done here today,
nothing to
but
do.
you're welcome, everyone.
So I
this
guess
gift.
next time, so it seems to me like this chapter is going to be some of the drama and scenes like leading up to this trial. Maybe next chapter will be the trial, was kind of what I'm feeling. Or would we want to like cut the novel chapter here, do our stuff for the next scene? Like, I'm always ambiguous on like where novel chapters should start and end. What
Seems like a pretty good end to the chapter. Yeah.
Good end to the chapter.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're still here.
So next time we'll start then with our end of chapter stuff, doing our what did we rename everything? I need to remember. Our
Trending topics.
Yeah.
So rumors and stuff. I don't remember.
Yeah, and then our our DMs.
Mm-hmm.
That's letters.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll move
And
in-
reputation.
And reputation.
And reputation.
And rep.
Yeah. So we'll do
I'm
all
gonna
that.
start
next
opening
time.
every episode of this show with "You're still here."
Yeah.
Oh, you're still here.
You're still here. Awesome.
I warned you.
Should we do?
Love him.
I know I don't normally do shows that I run, but hey, when in Rome, should we do Stars and Wishes?
Only if you put "Feeling Happy" back on.
Okay, I'll put Feeling Happy back on. So, John, since you're new to the channel, we do some of our shows. We do at the end Stars and Wishes, where we everybody will give a star to another player for something they did that they really enjoyed. Something
A gold star.
Yeah, something you really liked. Gold star to them, and then a wish for something that we want to see happen in a future session. I guess I can track those too. I'll track the wishes. And we'll list them.
Put them in the Google Doc
session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, well, I guess we could make a page on the.
Could make a page on. Could just do them in like the notes page.
Yeah.
It's a good spot.
All right, I'll list the wishes there. Okay, who wants to go first?
I actually can go first.
Okay.
Do it.
And at the same time, you can
you might have to come back to me on a wish, but I definitely know the moment that I want to give the star out to.
Okay.
Because you probably all saw me losing it over it. But when Apollo and Meredith both just started talking at the same time, and I'm sure it was unplanned from both of you guys, but it's just exactly the sort of thing that happens in that situation. And it was, that was gold. I'm glad I was muted because I did not control my volume on that one.
So what do you want to do for what do you want to see happen in a future session? What's your wish?
It could be really specific. It could be very broad.
Yeah, anything.
So
some people wish for big
I'm
friends.
really liking the development of all the intergodly relations already. I would love to see sometime pretty soon some flashbacks to previous incarnations or more traditional incarnations, perhaps. See maybe some events that cause some of the things that we have said or done.
Okay, I'm actually adding more godly flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who else?
I like it. I can go.
Go.
Hi, it's me, your boy, Savvy. You know where to find me on the internet. It's here. I won't do my whole spiel. I did it at the beginning. My star is gonna go to Sita / Joe / Odin. Because Hela came out the gate really mean to him. And he was so nice. He took it, and also just in general to Sita, because I really like this characterization of like Odin trying to have a little bit of a redemption arc, which is really fun. And also with the roleplay, you just kind of really came out the gate swinging, and I respect that. Have a star on me. Buy yourself something nice.
You're comfortable enough to do it, so that's the stars for all of us.
It was great. And I'm my wish is I do want to, and I'm sure this is gonna happen because this is the nature of the game. I'm really excited to see Hela and Joe's relationship like start to get some nuance behind it. I think there's a lot of room for that there already, and I'm just really excited about it. I think it's gonna be really fun. That's me.
Got it.
I'm never taking these glasses off.
They're
I'm
amazing.
gonna get more of them. Yeah. Look at these.
They're fucking awesome.
You guys can see OBS right on my screen.
Yeah. It's right there.
Ruin the illusion.
I'll go, so I don't
Okay.
have to go and then do our outro at the same time. Hi, I'm Val Kraken's Crown here doing stuff. Stars and wishes. So my star I will give to Savannah or Hela. Because God, you killed me with Apollo. I mean, it's really gonna go to Apollo. That just killed me all around.
I just had as soon as Sid said that Apollo was in it, and I took him as an NPC. He came to me in a dream. I had a very clear image immediately of what he was going to be like.
Could you for all of us just say hello again, like you did the first time?
Hello!
It was very good. Like, there were so many things that I expected from Apollo and expected from all these characters, and I think a lot of it lined up with expectations. That is not what I expected for Apollo, at all. I wasn't expecting
he possessed
All
me.
Might.
He's All Might.
Whatever, yeah.
He is All Might.
But he fucks.
But he fucks.
He's All Might that fucks. I mean, that encompasses Apollo right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to send Sita some good All Might clips now.
Yeah. And then I hadn't thought about my wish. My wish is gonna be for I want to see more god magic, god powers at play. I think that'll be fun to see. So, and I guess I'll write that down.
Yeah. And I guess I'm left. Hi, I'm just nice to say, find me on Twitter, as Greek said. We're all just mush mouth thing. Those all things.
We talked so much today.
We really did. I'm here. I'm also on Wednesdays. Critical Misses, more good societies, good stuff. My star has to go to Val as Miranda. I just want to scoop this little baby up and just take good care of him, because goddamn, they went through a lot. Like, we all went through. No, Miranda had a terrible, no good, very bad day and just stuck with it. What a trooper.
We're gonna protect her forever.
Well, yeah, but then she was the one that was like turning around like, but Dad, don't worry, I've got the gun. That was like literally gonna shoot some gods for her dad. Like, I mean, come on.
Respect.
Total respect. Adore her. That was lovely. And my wish is for a big wedding. No, wait, sorry. That's usually what I wish for in good society. And that's not gonna work. That's not gonna fly here. No. I inevitably want this trial to turn into like a full game of Ace Attorney. I'm fully expecting that to happen, and if it doesn't, I will make it happen. Yeah.
I expect everyone to have their pun names ready.
Yes.
Next week. On my desk.
Yes. Homework.
We're gonna have a bunch of witnesses, like a lot of heart and
April, May. Those are the only ones I can remember.
Yeah.
We
that
still
old
have
lady
an April
security
May
guard.
emote, don't we?
We do in the Discord. We have an April May emote.
It's the very angry April May. So
God.
good.
Join our Discord. We have a whole bunch of bullshit in there that you will love.
We do.
It's amazing.
So I'll bring us out. Thank you, everyone out there, for watching. Really appreciate you engaging, and we'll have do redemptions if you didn't this time. Lots of NPC names that you can introduce, and there's so much room in this show, probably for a lot of chat input. So that's going to be very fun coming down the pipe. We might be adding more stuff. Join us tomorrow, which is Saturday, for Saturday Night's Pathfinder. Savannah and myself will be there to do some more circus shenanigans and murders.
I play a half-orc who really wants to blow things up.
Yeah.
And accidentally got high off a plant.
Yeah, well, half the group is tripping balls. So come hang out with us for that. 5 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. But I normally at this point go thank you to my lovely players, but that feels self-congratulatory. We all did a fantastic job, and we should be proud of ourselves.
Fuck yeah, we
Go
did.
us.
Yeah. But yeah, we will see everyone next week. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.